If you're looking for new construction in Louisiana, then chances are you've probably heard of D.R. Horton. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything that I can tell you about D.R. Horton, and I'm also going to tell you about my personal experiences with the homes that I've lived in. So stick around because we're getting into that right now. Hey everybody, I'm Sean Ramos and welcome to the Living in Louisiana channel, where we talk about everything that you need to know when it comes to what it's like to move to and live in Louisiana. So if that sounds like something you'd be into, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell because I'm putting out new videos just like this one every single week, and that's exactly what we're talking about. And if you didn't know, I am a licensed realtor in the state of Louisiana. So as much as I love making these videos for you guys, the reason that I do this is because I want to help you with your real estate needs. So that number is popping up on your screen below. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and I'm the guy that replies to every single one of those. So whatever specific questions or needs that you guys have when it comes to making that move to Louisiana, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help in any way I can. All right, so let's get into this. D.R. Horton is a really big company. They build lots of houses, and just to give you an idea, this is an older list that I found, but in 2020, they sold over 71,000 homes, and they had $21.5 billion in revenue. So of course, with any big company like that that serves that many people, there are gonna be lots of opinions out there. And typically, it's gonna be the loudest and the most vocal people out there that have something negative to say. So there's no doubt you're gonna find plenty of bad reviews out there, but take it for what it's worth. Some of those are probably legit. Some of those, who knows, people like to complain. But let me tell you about my personal experience. I've bought and lived in 2 new construction homes from D.R. Horton. The first one back in 2012 was more of a starter home, and that was back in the day when you used to go to their design center and you would pick out colors for everything from the shingles to the shutters to the brick and the carpet and tile inside. You had the options to do all types of upgrades that you could pay for, but these days you don't really have those options. The last house that I helped a client buy from D.R. Horton, they basically had 3 different packages you could choose from, and it's just the cabinet color, the backsplash color, and that was basically it. For the most part, you're gonna find most of the same finishes in all the houses in the neighborhood. But again, D.R. Horton is a huge company. They sell lots of houses, so they really have their finger on the pulse of what people are looking for. And obviously, when you buy the house and actually move in, you can make it your own and design it however you want to. But in that first house, we never really had any big issues. We had a couple things that we had to get taken care of, and we were able to get it done. And I'll tell you more about that when I'm talking about how the process works. We were there for about 7 or 8 years, and we sold that house and moved into another D.R. Horton new construction home. This was in more of an, I guess I'll call it an upscale neighborhood. We had nicer finishes, nicer appliances, just nicer everything. And again, we didn't have any serious issues there, where there were some things that we had to have addressed, but we had those things addressed and good to go. But those small issues that we had and had dealt with are not specific to D.R. Horton. We're actually in the process right now of having a custom home built by a custom home builder. We're only a couple weeks out from being done, and walking through the house now, I can see some of the same type things that we're gonna have to go back and have taken care of. But this house that we're building now is about twice as expensive as the last one we bought, but we are still dealing with the same little issues that we had with D.R. Horton. So having little issues to address is a new construction thing, not necessarily a D.R. Horton thing, no matter what you may hear. So again, D.R. Horton is one of the biggest builders in our area, and I think they're probably the biggest builder in America. And while they may be the biggest builder in our area, they're not the only builder. You're gonna find subdivisions built by DSLD, Alvarez, Manual Builders, Bardwell Homes, and of course there are tons of custom home builders. But just to give you an idea of how much inventory D.R. Horton has out there, when I looked in the MLS this morning, they had 137 active listings spread out between 14 subdivisions in the area. So you're gonna find starter home type neighborhoods where you can get down to as low as about 1,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that starts at about $200,000. And right now in some of their more higher end neighborhoods, your houses get up to about 2,700 square feet and up to about a $400,000 price point. And of course, you got neighborhoods and houses all in between in the 200s and the 300s. So really, from the first time home buyer to the move up buyer, there is an option for you out there. So let's talk a little bit about the process and how it works if you want to buy a D.R. Horton home. The first thing you're going to do is the first thing you're going to do buying any home, and that's get pre-approved for your mortgage. And you have an option here. D.R. Horton has their own in-house mortgage company called DHI Mortgage. Now, if you use their mortgage company, then you're typically going to get more in incentives than you would otherwise. And stick around, because I'm going to tell you about these incentives, and they just blow anything else out there out of the water. But you 100% don't have to use their in-house lender. You can use any lender you want. You just may not get the same incentives. But either way, once you get pre-approved and we have that budget, then we're going to find the right house in the right neighborhood that fits your needs. And then once we have all the paperwork signed and the contracts in place, they're going to build your house. Of course, you're going to want to go check on the house a lot during the construction process. And if I'm your real estate agent, then I'll be checking the progress along with you to help make sure everything's on track. And they do ask that you don't go inside the house while people are there working, just for safety reasons. But once the house is done, it's going to be time for some inspections. Now, the first one is optional. I would highly recommend. That's to have your own home inspector go through and do a thorough inspection of the house before you do your first walkthrough with the builder. D.R. Horton has their own quality control people, and they're going to keep an eye on things during the process. And there are some inspections that have to take place from the parish throughout the process. But I promise you that nobody's going to look at this house as closely as a home inspector that you hire. And of all the home inspections that I've been a part of for clients in new construction homes, there's never been a single time where the home inspector didn't find something that needed to be taken care of. Once you get that inspection report back, if there's anything that you feel like needs to be fixed as part of this process, you can take that list with you to the first meeting that you have with the builder. They're going to do an orientation with you that's about an hour long, where they're going to walk you through the whole house. They're going to show you how everything works, explain what they need to explain, and you also have a chance to check for things that need to be taken care of before your final walkthrough. And there's no way that you're going to find every single thing in this walkthrough or the next one or your home inspection. Some things you're just not going to see until you're actually living in the house. And I'm going to explain just how you deal with that in a minute. But once those meetings are wrapped up and everything's good to go, you're going to go to closing, you're going to sign your paperwork, you're going to get the keys, and you're taking possession of the house. But the best part is you're going to have up to a year of living in the home that you can have the builder come back and take care of anything that needs repairs. I found the process really easy. You just go on their website, fill out a warranty claim, they'll call and schedule a time, and they'll come take care of it. So that's basically how the process works. But here are a couple things that you're going to need. First, make sure you get that home inspector we were talking about. You don't have to have your own home inspection done. You can save that few $100s and not do it, but I promise you that it's worth it. Now, the second thing you need is a good real estate agent in your corner. There's nothing stopping you from just going straight to the builder's rep and signing your paperwork, but that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with the builder's rep. They represent the builder and not you. And obviously nothing against these folks. These are nice people and they can probably help you through the process, but it doesn't cost you anything to have a real estate agent in your corner as a second set of eyes, helping you get through the whole process, explaining everything you need to know, and just generally making the whole process less stressful. D.R. Horton actually pays your realtor's commission, and I believe they actually like having an agent on the other side to kind of hold your hand through the whole process. So when you get ready to start looking at this stuff and you're looking for that real estate agent, that number that's popping up on your screen right now, that's the number you're going to want to call or text to get the conversation started. I'm here to help you guys in any way I can, and I want to be a resource for you for all things real estate related. So whether you're looking for some new construction with D.R. Horton or any other builder or any other home out there, don't hesitate to reach out, because I want to help you get it done. And if you haven't done it yet, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell, because I'm putting out new videos every single week and we don't want you to miss a thing. You guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you on the next one.